Hello, and welcome to a special edition of the Book Report. My name is Luke, and today the book review is on Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. Critics from GQ, Publishers Weekly, and Library Journal have called Palahniuk perverse but hilarious, depraved but cheerfully nihilistic, and terrifying but scatological because of his disturbing but eye-opening writing. Fight Club, Palahniuk's first novel, is no exception. As with all of his other novels, Palahniuk was inspired to write Fight Club from a personal experience in his life. In this instance, he had been bruised and swollen from a camping trip. At work, his coworkers avoided asking him what had happened on the camping trip. Their reluctance to know what had happened in his private life inspired the writing of Fight Club. Fight Club was first published in a complication called The Pursuit of Happiness. According to Palahniuk, really, what I was writing was just The Great Gatsby updated a little. It was apostolic fiction, where a surviving apostle tells the story of his hero. There are two men and a woman, and one man, the hero, is shot to death. Now to show you listeners many of the qualities described, I will read the last chapter of the book. This chapter really exemplifies the unique qualities of Palahniuk's writing in a short and sweet ending. In my father's house are many mansions. Of course, when I pulled the trigger, I died. Liar. And Tyler died. With the police helicopters thundering toward us, and Marla and all the support group people who couldn't save themselves, with all of them trying to save me, I had to pull the trigger. This was better than real life, and your one perfect moment won't last forever. Everything in heaven is white on white. Faker. Everything in heaven is quiet. Rubber-soled shoes. I can sleep in heaven. People write to me in heaven and tell me I'm remembered, that I'm their hero. I'll get better. The angels here are the Old Testament kind, legions and lieutenants, a heavenly host who works in shifts, days, swing, graveyard. They bring you your meals on a tray with a paper cup of meds, the Valley of the Dolls playset. I've met God across his long walnut desk with his diplomas hanging on the wall behind him, and God asked me, why? Why did I cause so much pain? Didn't I realize that each of us is a sacred, unique snowflake of special and unique specialness? Can't I see how we're all manifestations of love? I look at God behind his desk, taking notes on a pad, but God's got this all wrong. We are not all special. We are not crap or trash either. We just are. We just are, and what happens just happens. And God says, no, that's not right. Yeah, well, whatever. You can't teach God anything. God asks me what I remember. I remember everything. The bullet out of Tyler's gun. It tore out my other cheek to give me a jagged smile from ear to ear. Yeah, just like an angry Halloween pumpkin, Japanese demon, dragon of Erebus. Marla's still on Earth, and she writes to me. Someday, she says, they'll bring me back. And if there were a telephone in heaven, I would call Marla from heaven, and the moment she says hello, I wouldn't hang up. I'd say, hi, what's happening? Tell me every little thing. But I don't want to go back, not yet. Just because. Because every once in a while, somebody brings me my lunch tray and my meds, and he has a black eye or his forehead is swollen with stitches, and he says, we miss you, Mr. Durden. Or somebody with a broken nose pushes a mop past me and whispers, everything's going according to the plan. Whispers, we're going to break up civilization so we can make something better out of the world. Whispers, we look forward to getting you back. That chapter shows only a little of the surprising ideas of Fight Club. It shows some of the irony and radical ideas used in the book. The book's theme is highlighted in the last chapter when the narrator says, we just are, and what happens just happens. The world has made all of us stress about everything because we want to improve ourselves. It is human nature, but sometimes in life, to reach the self-improvement and self-fulfillment you want, you have to let go and just go with life. In the book, starting Fight Club, self-inflicting chemical burns, and blowing up his condo are some of the ways that the narrator lets go of his life. This is what Fight Club is teaching. The end of the book shows us that we have to find a balance between controlling our lives and letting go in order to reach self-improvement. Overall, the book was a very entertaining read, but it is a book you have to take with a grain of salt. The ideas in the book made by Tyler are very radical and shouldn't be taken literally. There's a major plot twist that I won't reveal, but it involves the narrator and his friend Tyler. The book will keep you flipping the pages until you get to the end. After you read the book, you may feel yourself questioning life because of all the radical ideas in the book. but that just tells you that it was a good read. I give this book a highly recommended rating and suggest it to anyone looking for an interesting fiction book, especially men. Thanks for listening to a special edition of the Book Report on Chuck Palahniuk's Fight Club.